You won't believe these population pyramids. In geography, we use these graphs to easily show some demographics of a country, and these are by far the most special ones. Let's start off with quickly explaining one of these graphs. On the y-axis you find the different age groups, on the left are the men and on the right are the women as a percentage of the population. The longer the bar, the more people are in that category, and usually the graph has to look something like this one. It's normal that there are about as many men as women, and you would expect that there are more younger people as it's more common to pass away when you become old. But all of this isn't always the case. Let me show you some interesting examples. In many African countries, the pyramid looks like this one. This is the pyramid of Niger, and it has a very wide base, which shows that there is a high fertility rate. But because it gets slimmer quickly, we can tell that there's a lot of infant mortality, and this top of the pyramid shows that not so many people reach an old age, and this is due to a lack of food and medical needs in large part of the country. To put this in contrast, this is the pyramid that belongs to Norway. It shows us that most of its population is healthy enough to reach a retirement, and this trend of smaller bars at the base shows that the birth rate is slowly declining. So, although these graphs only show age and gender, there's more to tell from them. Let's look at these two graphs. One of them is from a well-developed country and the other one is from one of the least developed countries in the world. Can you tell which one belongs to the developed country? Starting with the left pyramid, the wide base of the pyramid shows us again that there is a high fertility rate, but because the pyramid gets slimmer quickly, it also tells us that there is a high infant mortality rate. Combined with very few elderly people, you can tell that this one belongs to an undeveloped country, Benin in this case. Now let's take a look at some other unique examples. This one is from Oman, which isn't even close to symmetrical, and it shows us that there are many more men, mainly in the age of 20 to 40. And this is because the country has had a lot of immigrant workers enter the country, and this creates this unique design. The same goes for the United Arab Emirates, Saudi Arabia, Qatar, Bahrain and Kuwait. Most of these immigrant workers are there to work, and they're coming from India and Pakistan. And when we look at their graphs, we barely see a difference, because their populations are so much larger than in the Arabian countries that percentage-wise it doesn't really make a difference. This one belongs to Hong Kong and shows that there are many more women living there. This is because in the last decade there has been a large influx of female immigrant workers, typically for domestic help and cleaning services. These are the graphs of large and developed countries such as the USA, Great Britain and Germany. And they look pretty similar, with all the common traits that these developed countries have. So, based on these graphs you can not only tell how the population is built, but also predict how well developed the country is. Another way to do this is by using the Human Development Index, which takes 6 factors into account. Click here to find out.